So I'm watching a filmmaking analysis video, as I sometimes do as a director, just trying to get better. And I found this one, and the guy is explaining how Sydney Lumet, this famous film director back in the day, um, how he did this thing in the classic Murder on the Orient Express with his the way that he would shoot it and cut it. That was so fascinating to me, and I had to share it with you guys. So I'm just gonna play the clip right here, uh, and then I'll expand upon it.
Worth did something fascinating.
Trial by 12 good men and true.
They would shoot the same key lines twice.
By 12 good men and true.
First as normal.
All my ladies have said so.
Then immediately again in a radically different way.
All my ladies have said so.
Different lighting, different angle, and a wider lens. So that this in the interview.
She was gentle and frightened.
Becomes this in the flashback.
Admitted under emotional stress that he had actually known Mrs. Armstrong, albeit very slightly.
She was gentle and frightened.
Same exact information we already had.
Here is the simple answer.
Just a new way of looking at it.
I think that is so, so cool. And it's something that we kind of always play with when we're considering like how does lighting and camera angle and the what's happening around the character, how does that make us feel about what they're saying and doing in the moment. But the idea to actually deliberately incorporate two different ways of filming the person saying the same piece of information to be able to use them in contrast with each other in the same project, that's cool. That's so cool. I'm like, I want to film something, experiment with this. It's like, an idea of, you could have like, if you got like a husband and wife and or a couple and they're getting into an argument, and you could start it with like like if the man or the woman are making their case, and they first like we're kind of positioning almost like the camera to be on the side of the audience. So then the camera on the side of like the so we're just gonna say man woman for now, just to be easy. The man's making his case and he's making his argument, and the camera is at first kind of agreeing with him, representing because he's just naturally presenting the information first, and so naturally we're going to think like that's the way we should be. So he's like, the camera is like positioning him up at an upward angle and like in positive lighting, and then throughout the scene the camera kind of goes from like looking at him up and then down at the woman to them like kind of flipping and getting to balanced, and they totally flip, and so then you refer back to like the way that she saw how he was talking in the end of the clip, and now it's a complete opposite. It's so he might have seen himself as being like all right and like saying making the ultimate argument why his way was the best, but then what she was hearing and the way that she was interpreting it was the exact opposite of how he was feeling. And you could do that with this type of strategy, and that would be awesome. Oh, I want to go film something right now. Okay, cool. That was my little contribution to the internet today. Thanks for listening, and if you like that, like the video, tune in for the next one.